Greece has announced that it could ditch the euro and exit the eurozone in as little as 3 months unless the EU and IMF fund it with a second 130 billion euro bailout. Well, talks over the cash lifeline have stalled for months over the poor performance of austerity measures and fears for the future. To discuss these latest developments, I'm now joined by Belgian business journalist Johan van Overveld, live with us on the line from Brussels, author of the book The End of the Euro. So it's now out in the open. Greece is threatening to leave the eurozone unless it gets more cash to fund an economy that the EU and IMF negotiators believe isn't working. What's your view? Why the sudden change? Years of desperately trying to stay in, now threatening to leave the eurozone.
Well, I think the Greek government is realizing that there is actually no other option left. The Greek economy is going down like a stone. GDP contracted by 4% in 2010, by 6% in 2011, and there is probably worse to come in 2012. One of the main reasons is that the Greek economy totally lacks external competitiveness, and this combined with the need to stabilize public finances, to increase taxes and to cut expenditures brings into being a kind of debt spiral for the Greek economy. And I think we're now at the point where everybody in Greece realizes that we cannot go on like this, and that unrest and even anarchy in the country is becoming so much of a threat that some drastic things need to be done. And my reading of what the Greek government is doing is that they are looking for an alibi to offer to their public by which they can say, well, it's not our fault, it's the international community that pushes us towards the exit of the eurozone.
But won't it at least look like Greece is using its predicament and the threat of a default to blackmail the EU into giving it what it wants, whether or not this is for the people or not?
Well, I think you can explain this in several ways, and they are not mutually exclusive. Indeed, it's a kind of blackmail. Give us more money or we exit, and you, the remaining countries in the eurozone, risk some kind of chaotic situation. But the other fact is also, like I already mentioned, that they really are at the end of the road. There is no other option left for them. They're in a deadlock. They cannot rewind the Greek economy, and so they are facing in a big black hole.
But wasn't Greek PM Lucas Papademos meant to be a Brussels man here? After all, he was all but appointed by the EU. Whose interests do you think he's serving?
Well, I think Mr. Papademos is a quite honest man with a good sense of economic analytics. And I think that by now he realizes the extent of the Greek problems in full. And I think even he has now to concede that Greece can't be solved by going the road of structural reforms that need to be done anyway, but they take time to take effect, and Greece doesn't have that time left. The problems are so severe, the recession is so deep that you need a kind of shock treatment. And of course, the exiting the eurozone would be that kind of shock, because amongst other things that would mean immediately a very much devalued currency, the new drachma, which would bring back international competitiveness to the Greek companies.
Some analysts are accusing the EU, in fact, of using this second bailout as a pretext to force Greece to leave the eurozone in a voluntary manner, or at least have it look that way. If that were to save the euro, why not then?
Well, I think that's again one of the explanations that can be given, but I think there was pretty much very broad conviction here in Brussels among Europhiles and European top politicians that indeed they could keep the eurozone together just by giving or extending credits and money to Greece on the one hand, and on the other hand obliging Greece to follow a strict program in terms of expenditure cuts, tax increases, and of course most of all structural reforms of the economy. I think with respect to what Greece needs, it's still very much the same issues that are on the table. The only problem is Greece hasn't left any time to bring these structural reforms about, and so there's something needed in the short run. And I think also here in Europe, at the Brussels headquarters of the European Commission, people start to realize that there really is no other way to solve the Greek problem than by an exit from the eurozone.
Right, Johan van Overveld, his thoughts on the euro and where it's going in 2012. Thanks for being with us on the line from Brussels.